I've been looking forward to these lives every single day. It's been such a joy to connect with you. Tonight is a special one. My intention for tonight is just to laugh, is to have a good time. The intention of this series called You're Grounded, which I feel like we're all kind of like grounded, sent to our respective homes, is to really anchor in this present moment. And one way Krista and I do that on the regular is just by laughing. So I'm sure you can relate, and I don't know how much laughing you've been doing. It's been a really serious situation, and the emotions have been ever changing for me, and high and low, and I just hope we can take this, 40 minutes or so to connect and laugh. Everybody, Heather McMahan.
Hi.
How are you?
Girl, I honestly just woke up from a nap about 45 minutes ago and I'm already drinking again. So, cheers. 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 I told you I was busted. My eyelashes are falling off. It's bad. It's bad.
So yeah. What has changed? Obviously, tour is postponed.
Yeah, so I'm going to start going back out on the road in June. All my April and May dates, we had to reschedule to all of June and August. I'm supposed to get married in Italy in September. I don't.
Hey.
Dude. So, I mean, listen, there are much bigger problems, but I did have a little bit of like that bitter self-loathing moment today where I was supposed to be at my engagement party in LA last weekend in like this beautiful house in Malibu. And Jeff and I have tried to legally get married twice because we have to legally get married before we go to Italy for our real wedding. So now we've tried to get married at the Beverly Hills courthouse twice. That hasn't fallen through, or that has fallen through. So now I'm like, maybe this is God's way of saying like it just shouldn't happen. I don't know.
But how's it been like? Have you been cooking? Is that normally your thing?
I don't. Well, actually, now I've been on the road so much that when I come home, I'm not a great cook, but it's weird. I like to cook kind of like very bland things because when you're always living out of hotels and on the road and eating chicken tenders at a comedy club, you're like, I want to make like a weird, like basic salmon bowl. Like I've been making a lot of bowls. But the crazy thing is, since we came down to my godmother's house, she's a gourmet chef. And so I've been having fucking gourmet meals every night. I'm going to come out of this 700 pounds heavier. I swear to God.
You.
I know. But literally too, she's from Mississippi, and this is what I love about being in the South. She's got like a real butcher who like makes her sausage. So we've been eating this like really fancy kielbasa sausage, like one with hot peppers, one with pepperdew peppers, one like with 7 cheeses. My acid reflux has been through the goddamn roof with this sausage. I said I gotta lay off the links. I've gotten really into oatmeal. Was never an oatmeal gal, but I've learned a new way. You mix some old Irish oats, some steel oats, and some other fucking oats. I don't know what the name is, and then you mix all those together, and you start to oatmeals. I'm back into it.
Okay,
it's a survival food, and it's delicious,
and it's cheap. You can have cheap buckets of it.
How are the supermarkets and stuff in LA? Is it crazy?
Strangely fine. They're limiting to like 45 people at a time. So sometimes there are lines, sometimes there are not. It's a little like in the freezer section, people get it, but they've left all of the gluten-free stuff. Which is like it's not my thing, but like it's so hilarious. Everything else is gone. Everything is gone. And then there's like the gluten-free rolls, the gluten-free bagels, the gluten-free this.
Yeah.
All there. I think people are just needing they're like, no, I need real cheese. Like, what if I die?
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna fuck with some weird almond flour bullshit biscuit. Like I want the rendered duck fat mixed in with the all-purpose flour. Like I want white bread. I want some like just racist bread. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Just
feel
that sourdough white bread with some butter on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I just kind of feel like I said to Jeff the other day, I said, what have we learned from this? 1, we have not been taking care of ourselves. 2, we've been clearly like not washing our hands for the last 20 fucking years. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really wash my hands before this. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. I was like, I washed them, but I didn't like wash them. So I'm learning a lot of just, I think it's teaching us how to like be good humans. Either you're, I don't know. To me, I'm learning a lot about humanity and what I need to focus on. And it's been so nice to just be with family and be like, this is what's important.
Yeah. And in isolation, I'm like, I'm wanting to like make more music because now I have
Yeah.
like the time. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
no excuse. Here we go.
Yeah. And I honestly, I had to kind of have like an inward reflection because I wasn't really taking care of myself on the road. Like people think, like I don't party when I'm on the road; it's straight work. But I was saying yes to everything because
Totally.
like y'all was like, I'm not gonna say no to anything. This is my time, and I did get a little burnt out. So now I'm having to say, all right, what's important? Now I understand like the energy that I need. And when you're an entertainer, you're putting out a lot, and you have to be able to get it back, or
Yes.
you're like you just feel just like a wet rag all the time. And honestly, I've just been giggling my ass off. Like when you're stuck in a house with your significant other, I'm just looking at him. I'm like, out of all the humans, and I love him dearly, but I'm like, there's just every little thing. I'm like, why do you eat like that?
I
Like
know.
literally, I get like this. Like my gums get dry, and I'm like, what are you doing, Jeff? What are you doing? You know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's
Like,
just
what is the most? I mean, I noticed myself doing that. I was in New York with my boyfriend a few weeks ago, and we're long distance, and I was like, I've never seen you like snap the ravioli like that before. It was
yeah.
just like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, could I live with that forever? I think so, but I don't know. Like,
So we, in the South, we eat a lot of pimento cheese, and Jeff has been taking these like everything bagel crackers, and he kept putting them in the pimento cheese, and pimento cheese is kind of a solid thing, and they kept breaking, and so then he would just take his fingers and eat the crumbled crackers, and I was like, "This is not how you eat pimento cheese." I'm like, "Get a fucking knife, put it on the cracker. Don't just like, what are you doing? You're just crumbled crackers and pimento cheese." Like I snapped.
this is the whole thing where I'm like, oh, good thing this has happened. Not good thing, but I'm just learning now. Before, if I'm blessed to have kids, like, oh, like I'll sanitize things. Like I would have
Right.
never done that before.
Right,
To
right,
be honest.
exactly. Yeah, I'm like, put a little like, it's fine. Just wipe it down with a, dry rag. You're good. No, now I'm like a sociopath. Also,
Yeah.
I will say, I did think I was going to try and have a kid in the next like 2 years. It has pumped the brakes on that. I'm like, I cannot imagine being a mom right now. Shout out to all of the parents out there. I was like, I couldn't imagine. But
Homeschool.
then I found myself in a deep TikTok wormhole, which I don't really know how to do the ticks and the talks. I don't get it. But I was watching all these like YouTube and TikTok videos last night of like women surprising their husbands with like pregnancy announcements, and I was just weeping in my bed alone. I'm like, am I hormonal? Do I want a baby? Do I not want a baby? I don't understand what's happening right now.
Yo.
But
Oh
see, what you have to do on Instagram, you go find the good filters, then you save them. You save them all, and this is just what I do. I have the ugliest filters, and I love it. That's what I do.
wait, what is his name?
Charles.
Okay, Charles. Okay.
Charles. I don't know if he's from Croatia, Germany, where he's from, but he's just living his best life. You know what I'm saying?
And is he on any of the dating apps during quarantine?
Oh, for sure. He does Bumbles. He does Plenty of Fish. He does the match to all of it. The art time. He likes an older lady. He does the art time a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
What about what's her name? It's not Nancy.
Nichelle. No,
Yes,
hold on.
Nichelle.
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 Nichelle's a conspiracy theorist, and she runs an Etsy business. She makes flip flops for hamsters in Tampa. So she's been reading all the conspiracy theories about this COVID-19. You know what I'm saying?
What's the latest conspiracy theory?
It's germ warfare trying to fuck up the election. That's what's up.
Mm.
Hmm. Don't worry. Don't worry. When I got this filter, I was like, now I gotta actually look at conspiracy theories. Guess what? Don't do it. Don't do it. It'll fuck you up. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Back to me.
Back to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Girl, this has been a fucking pleasure.
This has been a pleasure. Oh my God, thank you for having me. Love all of your followers, your listeners. Y'all are the best. I got to catch up. And you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to make it.
Let's make sure everyone on here, tell your friends when Heather goes back out on tour, when everything's good to go.
Yeah.
I mean, her show, I have people in our group, in our audience and beyond telling me, because they've been to your show, they live all across the US, like that it is the most fun they've had in a very
good. I love that.
It's like, I'm so happy for you. You are like,
thank you.
You are in your element. You are in your flow. I admire you so much.
Thank you. And I'll leave you with this. I told everybody who comes to the new rescheduled dates, I will show you my breasts. So if you want to see my breasts, I'll show them at the show. You know what I mean? And that's on God.
TikTok, baby.
Make it
TikTok.
TikTok. I love you,
All right, girl.
Julie.
What?
Thank you
That's a
so much.
guarantee. Bye,
Guarantee
y'all. Have a good one.
VIP ticket.
Bye.
Bye.